Hey guys, it's Justin Conical from theclosers.ca here, just giving you guys a quick market update now that the numbers are in for January. Thought the roundhouse would be a cool backdrop just so you guys can see kind of what's happening on the other side of Horton Street. Numbers for last month were as great as they've been for the past couple months. I know a lot of our recent market updates have been setting record numbers month after month after month. You know, that's not just us saying that the real estate market's great. It really is true. I know this January there was 475 transactions, and that's up 107 from last January where the market was significantly slower. You know, that indicates a couple things. I mean, we all know that the lending rates have dropped, which caught some people off guard, so a lot more buyers are going out there locking in those pre-approvals and getting deals done. It also shows that, you know, people that may be waiting a little bit longer to list their house are starting to list them now. We did expect, you know, February to March to start heating up, but we noticed with the snowstorm yesterday, over 120 new listings on the system. A lot of people pulling the trigger just knowing those buyers are out there. So, you know, that's really something to keep an eye on if you are thinking of making a move. You know, on the commercial side of things, the leasing market seems to be heating up as well too. We've been doing a lot of property tours with a lot of tenants that are looking for office space, retail, restaurants, you know, all kinds, and there are landlords out there that are willing to give pretty good inducements. If you're looking to set up shop somewhere, give us a call. You know, another thing that came across our plate that we really thought we should mention was there was a recent court case where a buyer was suing a seller because a year after they moved in, they noticed flooding in the basement. Now, that buyer did do a home inspection on the property, and when they did the home inspection, they found out that they should monitor for moisture and leaking. They moved in, smelled some musky smell, but never thought to call their agent, never followed up with the sellers, never asked for anything at that point. So a year later, flooding happens, they sue the seller. Court looks at the description of the property from when it was listed, and in the descriptions it said that the basement was stripped to the bare bones and redone. Well, when they did the discovery, they found out that that wasn't actually true. They did some renovations, but they didn't strip it to the bone. So because the description was, you know, not very accurate, they went back to the seller, told them that because they had that in the actual description that they were liable and that they would have to pay remediations. But because the buyer didn't go back to their agent or the seller when they did take possession of the property, they were only entitled to half the damages. You know, we see incidents like this all the time in real estate. We really try to log all the information throughout the whole process to make sure that we have everything, but you really want to be aware of what you're getting into when you're investing in property. So if you notice things when you're closing on a property, get them addressed, note them, just protect yourself so that if something does happen down the road, you know, you're not looking back on it saying, I wish I could have, I wish I could have. And again, as we always say, make sure you know who you're, you know, getting into business with, and make sure that you have professional representation when you're doing that. Especially, you know, if you're coming from the buyer or the tenant side, it's free. A lot of people don't know that, but the sellers pay for the buyer's agent through the actual listing agreement, so it doesn't actually cost you anything to have somebody to go to bat for you. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, criticisms, feel free to leave us a message on the actual video or shoot us a message personally. It's 519-860-6547 or info@theclosers.ca. Take care.